Hello, and welcome to my bookshelf tour. I thought I'd start with showing you what's on top of each bookshelf before actually going onto the books. So, as you can see on top of this bookshelf, we've got Edward Scissorhands, got a snow globe with dwarves in, got Jack Skellington snow globe, we have Princess Tiana from Princess and the Frog, and a Louie, and Tiana and Naveen as frogs, and again another Tiana, and two owls that were lip balms that now just sit on my shelf because they were cute. And as I've already probably given away, the first shelf is my manga shelf. So, first series I have is called Absolute Boyfriend, and it's by Yu Watase, and I have books 1 to 6, which is the complete series. And you're going to learn, before we even get to the other books, but you can see it's by the same author. She is my favourite, and I have a lot by her. So the second series, as you can see, is Alice 19th, and I have series 1 to 7, books 1 to 7, and that is the complete collection as well. And then after that, we have her newest series, which is Arata the Legend, and I have books 1 to 11, but this is not the full series as it's not complete. It's that new, she's still doing it. Again, she's here again. This is Ceres. I have books 1 to 5 and then 12, because my boyfriend decided that I needed 12 next, obviously. So I need to fill in the gaps there. Then we come on to Full Moon, which is by Irina Tanimura, I believe that's how it's pronounced, and I have books 1 to 5 here, and then down here I have 6 and 7, which is the complete collection. I have all of those. Next is the most amazing, yes, my favourites of all time, Fushigi Yugi, which is of course by Yu Watase. I have 1 to 18, which is again the complete collection. Amazing. If you're going to get into manga, if you've never read any before, this is the one to go for. Might be slightly biased, but I don't care. Then next to that I have the prequel series, which is Fushigi Yugi Genpo Kaden, and there's a little bookmark in there because at the back of book 6 there is a bonus story of what happens after Ceres, and of course I don't have all of Ceres, so I've left a bookmark in it so I can read it later on to remind me. But I have books 1 to 9, and I'm not sure if this is ongoing still, but I don't have them all. They're not all printed in English, I think that might be what it is. I think there's about 14 of those. Then I have Happy Hustle High, which is by Ri Takada. I'm probably pronouncing this horribly wrong. And I have books 1 to 5, which again is the complete collection. Then we start with Imadoki, which is by Yu Watase. There's books 1 to 3 there, and then 4 and 5 here, which is the full collection. I have all of those. Then I have, I believe it's pronounced Carrier First Love, which is by Keio Miyashaka. Oh, that's probably horribly pronounced, I'm sorry. I love your series there, I have all of them, all 10. It's absolutely adorable contemporary romance story. Like, I don't usually like contemporary, but it's just adorable. Love it. Then I have Mason Ikkyoku, I do believe it's called. I keep flashing this camera. And it's by Rumiko Takahashi. That's the first manga I ever got. I actually won the first book, but I only have 2, and there's surely loads more, but I don't own them, and I probably should look into it. Then I have Mamoti Lollipop 1 to 4 by Mishayo Kituta. Yeah. And I have 1 to 4, which I know is not all of them. I think there's 7, but manga's so hard to get hold of. It's unbelievable. Then I have Negima. Here is books 1 to 18 by Ken Akamatsu, and then I also have 19 to 24 up here. So that's not the complete collection either. I think there's like 30. There's a lot more to get anyway. And then I'll go to the top before I talk about the rest. So I have Tira from Soul Calibur. This is the Soul Calibur 3 Original Terror. Can you guess what my favourite games are? I have a Kermit Pez dispenser and a random car from Kinder Egg. A clock. Miss Piggy Pez dispenser. And a bottle of True Blood. Because True Blood is awesome. The TV show. I have the books, but I have different feelings on those. So, as you see, I showed you Negima. I also have The Nightmare Before Christmas, the manga adaptation, which I guess is by Tim Burton, even though I don't think it's drawn by him, but it doesn't have an author. Then I have the complete collection of Othello by Satomi Akezawa. I have books 1 to 5 of Rurouni Kenshin by Nobuhiro Wasuki. Oh god, it's so hard. Why do I read manga? Then I have, oh that's not the full collection either, there's loads of them I think. I have School Rumble by Jin Kobayashi. I don't have all these again. I think there's about 15, so I'm nearly there. And then the last of my manga is Tale of the Moon by Rinko Ueda, and I've only got the prequel book 1 and 2. And I think there's like 20 of those as well. I think there's a lot more, but as you can probably tell, I'm more focused on completing my Uwatase collection than any of us. And as you can see, we're on the first book's novels. This is where we start. So there's Halo by Alessandro Adonetto, Star-Crossed and Dreamless by Josephine Angelini. Then we come down here to the most battered book I own, which is called The Teenage Warriors Pocket Collection by Ross Asquith. I used to have all the books, I think, in that series, but I've just lost them over time, because I've had them since I was like 13 or something ridiculous. That seems to be the only one that has managed to stay, sadly. So I've got Ashes by Ilsa J. Bick. I've got Red Riding Hood it's by a couple of people, I think. Sarah Blakely Cartwright and David Leslie Johnson, which is the movie adaptation that came out. That's the book it was based on. Then another book from my childhood is The Voyage on the Great Titanic, which I don't know who it's wrote by, because it just says it's wrote by a girl called Margaret Ann Brady, but pretty sure it's not a real diary. Then I have Abandoned Underworld by Meg Cabot, and I also have Teen Idol by Meg Cabot, which is one of my childhood favourites again. Teen Idol managed to get saved. I don't know what on earth I did with a lot of my books. I think I may have given them to a charity shop so someone else can love them. Then I have The Goddess Test and The Goddess Inheritance. No, not Goddess Inheritance, that's the last one. Goddess Interrupted, yeah. By Amy Carter. As you can tell, I don't have all of them. And then I have Dark Secrets 1, 2 and 3 by Elizabeth Chandler. I have Kissed by an Angel by Elizabeth Chandler. Evercross and Everlasting, also by Elizabeth Chandler. These are the spin-off series from Kissed by an Angel. But I'd rather have just read the Kissed by an Angel, to be honest. The Splendour Falls by Rosemary Clement Moore. Wolfsbane by Andrea Cremer, and that's because I'm currently reading Nightshade. It's my little bookmark. I'll show you my bookmark. It's awesome. It's Hunchback of Notre Dame. And there is a film cell from the actual film. Best bookmark ever, I know. Then I have a Sarah Dessen collection, the best contemporary author by far. So I've got Along for the Ride, Just Listen, Lock and Key, That Summer, and The Truth About Forever. Down here I've got You Against Me by Jenny Downham, Perfect Chemistry and Rules of Attraction by Simone Alcalis, Carrier of the Mark by Lee Fallon, Hush Hush and Cassandra, Silence by Becca Fitzpatrick. And I also have another book from my childhood, Raven Queen by Pauline Francis. Then I've got Blood Magic by Tessa Grattan, Unearthly and Hallowed by Cynthia Hand, Haunting Violet by Alexandra Harvey, Stolen Away by Alexandra Harvey, Poison Heart by S.B. Hayes, Hereafter by Tara Hudson, Need, Captivate, Entice, Injure and After Obsession by Carrie Jones, the dreaded Fallen, Torment and Passion, which I hate this series so much. Worst books ever, I'm sorry. And those people out there who are full hardcore fans, I'm sorry. And I also have Rapture yet to read. Ugh, dreading it. Have an Easter Bunny, a very out of date Nightmare Before Christmas calendar. You can tell I don't change that too often. A 21 key from when I was 21, obviously. A engraved little stone from one of my very good friends, Sophie, childhood friend. And Jack and Sally, just happily sat. So back to the books again. I've got Red Tears by Joanna Kendrick, which again is another one of my childhood favourite books. Adore that book. It's got me really emotional. I like it a lot. Mercy and Muse. I am missing... is it Exile? Or is that last one? There's one in between that I'm missing that I need to buy because I've read Mercy and I need to read Muse. There's Huntress by Melinda Lowe, Dark Angel and Twisted Heart by Ada Maguire, and then the best series ever, I don't care about you Twilight fans who hate it, because that seems to be the trend. You're not allowed to like it if you like Twilight, even though I don't particularly like Twilight. Wicked Lovely, Ink Exchange, Fragile Eternity, Radiant Shadows, Darkest Mercy, Fairy Tales and Nightmares, all by Melissa Marr. The best books I've ever read, ever. I adore them. This needs to be a film. We need to show people that you know, there's not sparkly vampires, but there's also kick-ass fae out there that are gonna destroy people and not just fall in love with them, even though they do that too. But you know, there's more to it than that. Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, which I haven't read yet either, and I can't remember. So it's by Morgan Matson. Dark Heart Forever, Dark Heart Rising and Dark Heart Surrender by Lee Monroe. Alison Noel's Immortal series, Evermore, Blue Moon, Shadowland, Dark Flame, Night Star and Everlasting. And On the End is Forgotten by Kat Patrick. Then down here I've got Die For Me and Until I Die by Amy Plum. Glow and Spark by Emily Kathleen Ryan. The Colour Purple by Alice Walker, which is actually a college book, but I quite enjoyed it, so I've left it in there. Emerald by Karen Wallace. A Witch in Winter by Ruth Warburton. Generation Dead, Kiss of Life and Passing Strange by Daniel Waters. Paranormalcy and Supernaturally by Kirsten White. Dead Beautiful and Life Eternal by Yvonne Woon. Then I've randomly got an M&M's candle and some bubbles, one in the shape of a princess, just randomly in this corner, just chilling. Then I have my True Blood, or should I say Sookie Stackhouse collection. I have the first 10, first 10. I've read 2. I don't know if I'll ever read them. I'll stick to watching the show. Thanks for writing the books though, so we have the show. Thank you for that. Then I have My Shit Life So Far by Frankie Boyle. Yes, I like Frankie Boyle. I have 2 Mock a Week books. I have Kathy's book, Kathy's Key and Kathy's Ring, which is by Stuart Wiseman Brigg. And I have Graveminder by Melissa Marr there on the end. And then I have a couple of bits in this side too. I have a Disney Princess storybook collection, a photo album, what's that? Little Miss Chatterbox, a cheap book from when I used to have a PS1. I don't know why I've still got the book. And of course, a Robot Wars official robot guide. What more do you need in life than that bad boy? Obviously. So there are all the books I own. I have another bookshelf which is absolutely beautiful, which I'll let you have a quick spy on. But it's my DVD bookshelf. But isn't that? It's got Shakespeare quotes written all over it. You can see my Disney shelf there. I have nearly all of them. I think I need 2 more, and I've got all the classic collection. And on the bottom I have Disney Seen It and Trivial Pursuit. Yeah, because I'm cool. But yeah, those are my bookshelves. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.